Chris from Caribbean Pot. You're listening to IRS 93.3 CFMU, verse 1. Rhythm.
What's up, soldiers? Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com, vibes it up, but we're taking the show on the road. First vlog type video I'm doing. I just didn't organize that stew chicken. It tasting good. I had to let it go down a little bit. We are going to be live on radio here in Southern Ontario, so I thought I'd take you guys along my first vlog type video. We're trying to show you guys all aspects of what I'm doing here, what CaribbeanPod.com is all about. So stay tuned. And I mean, this is sit back, relax, grab us something to eat, and vibes up the video, man.
DJ First One and Mr. J.
They want to know, why these humans behave like animals.
Yo, Z, you hear that, Z?
But
Yo, Z's a starving student. I know you heard that one. Loud and clear.
Calling it some takeout container.
But the thing is, though, is to force people to go on YouTube and support. To learn to do it themselves. We've got to empower the people.
So how did the concept come into play?
The website itself was just a means of documenting recipes for my daughters who were about to, in time to go off to university. Though we call Canada, Hamilton home, Steeltown represent. The kitchen represents that of the Caribbean. I mean, they say, growing up on the islands, I was surrounded by people who can really handle the stories in the kitchen. My mom, my grandma, even my dad, my aunts, my uncles. So what I started doing, and I come from a marketing and internet marketing, so if they headed out to England, if they headed out to London, Ontario, if they headed out down in the States, they can go log on to the website, see with now, this is how daddy do the curry chicken, and replicate this wherever they were.
Right.
Well, I never anticipated the same love and everything coming from all over the world. That started off, and then now it became my full-time something now. Over 1 million people is hitting me up every month.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Pull up.
No.
How many people?
Over 1 million people I'm connecting with every month via the website, via YouTube, via Facebook. And see, that's just the thing, though. And I was having this conversation earlier with your next guest, is that our culture is one that where our knowledge is passed on verbally. And
yes.
Never documented. To this day, if I call up, Mommy, how am I making this? Well,
she would tell you exactly how to make it.
Yeah.
But there's no resource in terms of a paper or a book or.
It's all in her head. You know what I mean? If you don't have a mechanism to drive traffic to the website, it was never meant to be anything than that. And that turned into something massive
into its own thing. And I have to say that your presentation on YouTube, you come across very well.
Oh, thank you.
You come across very. You would think that you were someone that just you practiced 3, 4, 5 times in front of the thing, man. But I can see you're a professional when you come in, and it's the way you grace it with your presence and things. So much respect to you.
Yeah, it's always appreciated when people can see that and identify that what I'm doing, it is a true love for it. And I'm at a stage here in my life where, a lot of people search for something they enjoy doing, because, you go to that 9 to 5 and you dread that 7 o'clock in the morning when the alarm clock come off and you're like, wait, so I have to go in again. Worse when you have to shovel and scrape that snow and thing like that. And this thing fell in my lap and I'm just loving it and enjoying it, and I'm truly blessed, man. What can I say?
What was the first post that went on YouTube? Do you remember?
Wow.
Do you remember the first post? Or if you don't remember the first post, what was the most memorable post that you put?
Well, the #1 video on there right now is a vegetarian fried rice. Very simple, and that has over 2 million views on it. And I get a lot of people, wait, now you from the Caribbean and you doing fried rice? Well, check this out. After slavery was over, there was a shortage of labor, and they brought in indentured laborers from China and from India. That's 125 years ago. So you will find that the food of the Caribbean represents a lot of Chinese, a lot
That's
of Indian.
right, yeah.
Not to mention, and now we can go into history here because this is one
No,
of the areas.
we can go. We can
know
go.
what I mean?
Go.
When you look at when you talk Caribbean food, you talk a cross section of so many different cultures coming together, and this is a true melting pot because you look at the native Caribbean people, like the Caribs and the Arawaks, and we have that influence. Then we were colonized at one point or the other by the Spanish, by the French, by the Dutch, by the British.
Yeah.
Then we have the African slaves, the Indian indentured laborers, the Chinese. Then about 100 years ago, we had people from like Syria and the Middle East come across. Now you're finding like you go to the Avenue in Port of Spain, or you go to New Kingston in Jamaica, and you seeing some sort of stuff being done with that new cuisine, that sort of French influence. And
It's a fusion. If you're not,
watch the man.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, you're talking about you're getting hungry by watching videos. When you go there, you're just walking down the avenue. You're like, wait, your nose just going crazy. You know that Toucan Sam from the commercial.
Follow your nose.
Watch that.
Yeah.
Chatters, you're lucky if you find one recipe deep inside a Mexican cookbook about Caribbean food. So what I have done now is taken all the knowledge I've learned over the years, documented it in such a format that anyone, be it a 5-year-old, I have kids emailing me via their parents, tell Chris we want a Caribbean version of tacos. 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds, they want recipes and they're coming to me now. I had some parents send me a video of this 2-year-old boy out in Toronto even imitating the little accent I have left. Even imitating the accent. So this little Canadian boy with his little toys, and in the Caribbean, this is how we just do it. We just call it shadow bending. I was like, wait, now this little boy could be my child. The way how he carrying on. But that's just it though. Everything is documented in such a manner that people just fell in love with it. I mean to say, people fell in love with the personality I have. We have so much to offer, and it's just that the world is only now opening up their eyes to it because of what I'm doing. And there are a couple other bloggers out there who are trying their thing, but I'm the only one doing it right now on YouTube.
Yes.
And like, you know, we have so much to offer. We are more than just curry goat and rice and peas and jerk chicken.
Thank you very much.
You know,
Thank
you hear this in the last few years. You hear farm to table and all these different catchphrases.
Right.
Watch now, brother. We've been doing that
We've
for
been
the
doing
last 200 years.
We have been farm to table.
We invented.
We only know farm to table.
Tell me.
Right.
You know, organic.
Yeah.
You ever hear about an organic mango before? Every mango in the Caribbean is organic. You know what I mean? This is what it's there. This is what we really need.
It's true.
You know, man, we need to let people understand that where we're coming from is much more. We have so much to offer that it's endless, and that's one of the questions I keep getting. Like, you know, sometimes I would do a fusion dish. Like, for instance, in a couple of weeks, I have a recipe going live on YouTube where I took some Italian sausages and I did up a nice little breakfast with it, and it's very much a fusion sort of something. And people, one of the common questions I will get from that, and when I do similar recipes, is like, Chris, boy, like you're running out of ideas. Trust me, I am running out of no ideas. Simply because, again, remember, it's not just Trinidad or Jamaica or Grenada. We have the English-speaking Caribbean, the French-speaking Caribbean, we have the Dutch-speaking Caribbean. So there's all these different places I can touch on whenever, let me say again, lazy and say, I need to do something a little bit different. I can touch on all these different resources.
Right.
Because no matter a dish, for instance, you look at stew chicken in Trinidad and Tobago. It is totally different than stew chicken in Jamaica, because in Jamaica it's called brown stew.
Yeah, brown stew chicken.
And you guys, you know, in Jamaica they do it a little bit different.
That's right.
There's so much Caribbean pot.
Right.
YouTube.
And YouTube, most important, right?
Most important, youtube.com/Caribbean pot. I mean to say, if you search me on Google, Chris De La Rosa or Caribbean pot, you're bound to find me, man, because at the end of the day, remember I told you guys at the start of the show, my main job was internet marketing consulting. So I can say I used to be a marketing consultant and not be having a presence and being able to market my name on the people internet, you know?
Right. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, man. Good things in store for people who has been loyal to me, and all the new people I'm going to be connecting with and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of fun, man, a lot of fun.
Chris, you ever come back and give us the full update when you can. I want to thank you for dropping into the station and blessing us Not with food, but with food thoughts.
Well, Mr. J, you know, here's the thing. Next time I'm gonna pass and pick up a $5 pizza and bring for.
Hey, every nickel. Every nickel.
But I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love. I mean, let's say we were supposed to do this quite a while ago, and things just didn't happen. But
everything happened in its time and for every
you know,
reason.
I strongly believe in that, man. But we're here.
This door is open. It's a revolving door. So anytime you're ready, you come back in and just bless the people and let them know what to expect us coming up.
You know it's all fine.
That was fun.
You know,
I